Let's go to let's go to Dontel in Florida. Dontel in Florida. What's going on, Dontel?
Hey David. First I want to say that you've been doing. I appreciate that you've been doing what you can to like provide a nuanced take to all the protests and what's going on right now.
Thank you.
And so I have two topics about these protests that I want to talk about. The first is the stunning display of gratuitous violence and lawlessness from police officers in police departments across the country.
Hmm.
Ironically, as people are protesting police brutality.
Right. And
And
in fact, it's
as
even worse than that, Dontel. And Dontel, please do me the favor of keeping the phone just a little further from your mouth, the mouthpiece, because you're coming in hot and we can't control it on our end too well right now. It's not. It's actually there's an even crazier hypocrisy, which is all of this was catalyzed by police brutality, and the president came out and said, "I think the governors need to be more brutal in their responses," which could not be more backwards. So yes, agree with you, spot on with the first part. Go ahead.
and so these are the people who are their job. They are trained to maintain the peace.
Yes.
And what we're seeing is they're doing the exact opposite. They're the ones who are initiating the violence the overwhelming majority of the time at these peaceful protests. So, and a lot of the times when we see these videos, normally, when we see videos of police brutality, a lot of people in this country, on the left and on the right, they say that those are just the bad apples. The overwhelming majority of the police, they're good, they're law abiding, and all of that.
Yeah.
But all of that went up in smoke over the last few days when entire police departments and police precincts mobilized to violently break up lawful protests. And the good police officers, the law abiding police officers, they didn't intervene and they didn't do anything while the other police officers were assaulting protesters, which is illegal and they could be arrested for, by the way.
Yeah, and
So,
in fact,
what do you think about
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so what do you think about the idea of the police officers who've been on video assaulting protesters and unlawfully breaking up constitutionally protected protests? What do you think about them being arrested and prosecuted?
Yeah, so I hope that they are. I mean, I hope every internal affairs, and I'm going to have a segment actually coming up later on the show today where I'm going to talk about exactly how police training should be totally restructured. But I hope that these videos that are spreading like wildfire are actually turned over and looked at by police internal investigation departments. My understanding is that there have been some officers caught on tape who already are now entering the discipline process. You know, we'll have to follow to see if anything actually comes of it. But I'm completely with you. And in fact, I tweeted a couple of days ago, are we building a list of names? Are we identifying the people that are so brutally going after even press, like people who are just there reporting on what's going
Yeah.
on? They should all, we've got to be taking names and going after all of the ones that have broken the law.
And so the other topic I wanted to talk about is the looting. So, yes, there are people who are opportunistic and they aren't really involved in the George Floyd protest,
Right.
and they see this as an opportunity to take advantage of the situation. Yes, that's true.
Yep.
But there are also people who are involved in the protest who are engaged in looting too. So what I for me it all comes back to the question of would people be rioting, would people be looting if they were financially secure? Because people are forgetting we are in the middle of an economic depression. 40 million people have lost their jobs. 40% of small businesses might be permanently closed in the next couple months.
Right.
Thousands of landlords right now are in court filing for eviction, so that as soon as these temporary bans are lifted in the next couple of days, they can start throwing people out on the streets. So, and the response from our government, Democrats and Republicans, has been to ignore the economic depression and leave people high and dry while they bail out corporations and the richest people in the country to the tune of trillions of dollars. And before all this even happened, we were already dealing with historic wealth inequality in this country. And the economic condition for a lot of people was desperate. So when you add all this on top, of course you're going to get looting. So my suggestion to people, if you want to stop the looting, if you want to limit the looting, it's not to shame the people who are out there doing it. It's not you shouldn't, you're not going to do it by, quote, calling them out. If you want them to stop looting, for the way I see it, the best way to do it is to have them organize and do targeted protests at the politicians, at Congress, who are denying
I got you,
them any
Dontel.
economic relief.
I think I get the point, Dontel. You're coming in so distorted that I'm going to have to let you go. But I basically agree with you. However, I wouldn't absolve any individual looter of the fact that they are breaking the law. But you're completely right that we can't ignore the circumstances that lead to people feeling like they need to loot. There's no question about it. I'm with you, Dontel, on that. Okay, I'm going to let you go. And we thought our phone system was working perfectly, and then Dontel was just coming in so hot. Going to have to keep looking into that.